and welcome to the third episode of Next Gen, a series which highlights the young up-and-coming female footballers in Northern Ireland. Today, we're at Crusaders and we're joined by Northern Ireland and Crusaders star Darcie McNeill. Darcie, firstly, thank you so much for joining us today. I don't really know where to start with you. I was saying off camera, you've had such a career already. Go back to maybe the start. You were 7 when you joined Crusaders, quite a young age to begin.
Yeah, first was in Lauren for 6 months or so beforehand, but once I joined Crusaders, I've loved every minute so far, and they've got some really good coaches like Heather and Danielle, so it's been really good so far.
Do you reckon they've been the ones that have influenced your career the most?
Yeah, I'd say so, because they've been there since I've been starting in that, and they've really guided me the whole way, so they've done really well for me.
And then also when you were quite young, you were in the 07 development squad. Talk me through that to play, internationally.
Yeah, it's a lot of higher level, so it really pushes you mentally and physically as well. And it's given me some great experiences as well, playing different teams and that.
And then obviously you played for Crusaders Galaxy whenever you were younger and you captained that side. You must have been so proud to be captaining a side at such a young age.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. There's a great group of girls and it's a great team, so I really enjoy playing for them.
And then you moved to the more senior strikers team. How's that been for you so far?
Well, we're currently playing the boys football because it's off season, so it's great playing against the boys and that because they're much more physical and that, so it prepares us for when we're playing the girls.
You said there it's a lot more physical. How does that affect your game? We had Olivia on a couple of weeks ago in Next Gen. She said it's such a difference to play against the boys. Do you think it is?
Yeah, I think it prepares you really well for playing against the girls because it prepares you the tempo of the game's a lot higher and that, and although they play a lot different style of football than the girls, I think makes us prepare so we play better against the girls.
And then when does the girls start again?
Well, the under-19 starts sort of more in the summer, it's the league, so we're looking forward to it.
And then when that begins, what would be your goal of the season?
Well, hopefully we do well on that, and then maybe in a few seasons I'll be pushing into maybe the seniors.
Is that your goal, to be playing for Crusaders seniors?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Do you have a player in the Crusaders senior team at the minute that you would look up to, that you'd like to be?
Well, of course Julie's one of the legends of Northern Ireland football, so she's a great player and she's inspiration to all of us, so I'd really like to be like her and older.
Speaking of international, obviously you've had a bit of international success so far, played for the under-15s and then the under-17s, who obviously had your success. Talk me through that experience. How was that?
Euros is great. It really showed us against the top teams. I think we done really well in some of the games. We were unlucky. It's just a few moments that we lack concentration that shows the difference between the top teams. But I thought we done really well in some of the games, and we're unlucky with some of the results.
Well, that must give you confidence if you were unlucky to go, further on and maybe next time push that extra step.
Yeah, we've dropped down into League B for next year, so hopefully I'll be involved in its squad. They're away to Turkey, so we'll hopefully do well on that.
And we were talking earlier off camera about your trips you've been on. What's been your highlight of them?
Probably Israel was a good trip. That was my first with the older team, so it was really well, and it was it was a higher level teams I would say we played against than compared to some of the other tournaments.
Who was it you played against when you were out there?
Poland, Israel and Greece. And
what team have you played against when you've been on international duty that you've been like, wow, these guys are great?
I think I wasn't involved in the Poland game, but Poland were a very strong team physically and they're very fast and that paced.
And we said earlier, obviously your goal is to play for Crusaders Senior, but at such a young age, do you have any other inspirations and aspirations of what you want to do?
Well, if I had the opportunity, I'd like to go professional one day, hopefully maybe in England or something, but if in Northern Ireland, Crusaders would be the top.
I think that's a big step. If you were to move over to England, that would be great. Who would you like to play for? What would your dream be?
Well, I've always supported Man United, so we'd probably play for them.
We said off camera that I nearly cut the interview because she's a Man United fan and I'm a big Villa fan, so I was not impressed by that one. But is there any of the senior Northern Ireland girls that are maybe over in England that would be kind of inspirational for you?
Probably Simone McGill and that, because she's only getting back from injury. It's great to see her hopefully back playing. But likes of her and Rachel Ferris not playing for Liverpool.
See, Simone's a Villa player, maybe you could follow her footsteps and get some taste and go to Villa. You never know. And then finally, maybe just what would be your word for all the young girls that would be out there that want to get involved in football or are?
Well, I'd say it's a growing game this year, especially with the Women's Euros and that for Northern Ireland. Any girl that is thinking about it, just get involved.
Perfect. Thank you, Darcie, for your time.